Now I'm going to show you how to do a 2-crust pie. I already have the pie crust done. Okay, I rolled it just like before and put it in here. I just cut the edge. That didn't need to be quite as long because it wasn't going to be folded over. Okay, so that's sitting there waiting. When I make apple pie, I like really, really good stuff in it. So I always use 3 different kinds of apples, always use Granny Smith and 2 other kinds, maybe Ida Red and Macintosh or something. So it's a combination of the 3 of those. They're all cut. Now I'm adding my sugar, cornstarch, cinnamon, and allspice. Now I add the fun stuff. This is what makes the apple pie really good. Okay, so about a tablespoon and a half of this, and this is just dark rum. Now all I do is mix with my hands. Okay, now I have it all mixed, so it's going in the pie crust. If I have too much, it's okay. I like a nice, really, really high pie, especially apple pie. I want to show you when you put the top on how easy that is to do as well, because not all the pies we do are a single crust pie. If I have to take what's left and put it in a dish and bake it, I can do that too. So I'm going to roll out the top crust. So again, just a little bit of flour, not too much. Patty cake the dough again. Again, the rolling pin. Make sure you're not sticking. If it's the size of your 12-inch cake circle, it's large enough. I'm going to roll it just a little bit more. Okay, again, need to make sure it's not sticking before I try to lift it up. It's not sticking. Great. Before you put the top on, be sure and slice butter. Set it on top of your apples. Okay, now we're just going to lift the pie crust up over the top of the pie. Slide your cardboard out, voila. It's so simple. Okay, so I'm just kind of pressing it down first. Then I'm going to take my scissors and cut maybe 1.5 inches, maybe 1 inch beyond the edge of the pie dish. I just need to have just enough that I can curl the bottom under. Now, I'm going to pull the top and connect the bottom at the same time. Pulling that bottom edge. It's a very full pie, so it's not as easy to have the fluted edge, but it still adds a very pretty touch. And now I'm going to slice 5 slices. When you need to test later to see if the pie is done, all you have to do is stick your knife down inside the slice, see if the knife goes through easily. We're going to brush the top of this and then sugar it so it has a nice shiny sparkly crust. So now I'm just going to separate the egg so I can do the egg wash on the pie. Okay, all I want for this one is the white. Just going to break it down a bit. Add a touch of water. Now I simply brush it on top of the pie. This gives you a nice glaze and gives something for your crystal sugar to adhere to. And then crystal sugar, I use Wilton. There's many brands that would work. But just a nice light coating of crystal sugar. Just adds a little bit of sparkle. There we go. Looks wonderful. Ready for the oven? It'll be fabulous. So now you've seen how to make a 1-crust pie and a 2-crust pie. You'll love them. You'll use them again and again because gluten-free should be just as good as regular baking.